Grace Kelly, known the world over as the epitome of Hollywood style, and as Her Serene Highness Princess Grace of Monaco, was also my mother. To her children, a mother is a unique, incomparable woman. And indeed, my mother was beautiful, enchanting, and of course graceful. An exceptional woman in every way. But Grace Kelly was already exceptional before taking her place in Monaco. An Academy Award-winning actress and one of the most sought-after stars of her day, Grace Kelly's imprint on Hollywood is unmistakable still. It's amazing that she only made 11 feature films during her entire career. My mother was fascinated by the arts at an early age. Her uncle, George Kelly, whom she adored, was a Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright, and it was his success that may very well have inspired her ambitions to become an actress. Once in Hollywood, she quickly made her mark, starting with her second film, High Noon. In this classic Western, she plays a principled Quaker wife to the heroic lawman, Gary Cooper. She conveys her deep love for her husband, but also an unyielding impatience with his determination to make a forceful stand against cruel and wicked men.
They're making me run. I've never run from anybody before.
Well, I don't understand any of this.
Well, I haven't got time to tell you.
Then don't go back, Will.
I've got to. That's the whole thing.
Early in my mother's career, one photographer dismissively called her nice, clean stuff. I find this an amusing but inaccurate opinion of my mother because she simply defied description, especially the characterization of the icy cool blonde that was so often attributed to her in the films she made for director Alfred Hitchcock. He made 3 pictures with her, and he took full advantage of her rich and bewitching personality. He called her a snow-covered volcano. In Hitchcock's 1954 film Rear Window, my mother is Lisa Fremont, a vivacious, fashionable career woman who is deeply in love with L.B. Jeffries, played by James Stewart. My mother brings a tenderness and vulnerability to her scenes with Stewart. You can see how this magnificent woman is hurt and confused by the man she loves so much when he insists that they have no real future together.
So that's it. You won't stay here, and I can't go with you.
It would be the wrong thing.
I don't care what you do for a living. I'd just like to be part of it somehow.
But when she shows a surprisingly impulsive and adventurous side in aiding him in exposing a killer, only then does Jeff realize what he's in danger of losing.
Wasn't that close? What was his reaction? I mean, when he looked at the note.
To Catch a Thief was my mother's 3rd and final film with Alfred Hitchcock, but she remained his ever-loyal friend for the rest of his life. It was in this film, during a celebrated masquerade party sequence, that Grace Kelly dressed like a princess. Little did anyone know that her life would soon imitate her art. My mother loved and admired her co-star in this picture, Cary Grant, a cherished colleague who was above all a dear friend. And he adored her for her constant professionalism and for a personal quality that he called serenity. It was this serenity, this unruffled repose in the jumbled light of fame that helped her win and keep the heart of the Monegasques after she had already captured my father's heart. Once she had made the momentous decision to leave her home in Hollywood at the pinnacle of her success, the world never saw any hesitancy or doubt on her part, only the assurance that she was destined for Monaco, for my father, my sisters, and for myself. It was difficult in the years after my mother's passing to watch her wonderful films, Dancing in the Swan, Laughing in High Society, earning her Oscar for The Country Girl. Not just because I missed her, but because when she introduced them to me, she was seated right next to me, often explaining what the scenes were all about, or how she had felt while making them. So when I revisit her films, I not only see the moving image of my mother, but I welcome the memory of her affectionate presence and her loving words, spoken softly to me, a rapt audience of one. To hear her voice, to see the tenderness in her eyes, is to know but a hint of her radiant beauty, enormous generosity, and the greatness of her soul. Behind her regality lay an extremely sensitive woman and a deeply loving mother whose sense of art and beauty engaged her in a permanent quest for perfection. In his eulogy for my mother, James Stewart said of her, "Grace brought into my life, as she brought into yours, a soft, warm light every time I saw her, and every time I saw her was a holiday of its own." For Turner Classic Movies, I'm Prince Albert II of Monaco.